Do you want to harm yourself?
To get to that, of course you don't want to.
Yeah, to get to that point, what's it require? Knowledge, thinking, thought loops.
And
where the fuck do you think these thought loops come from? The passion of the devil.
Here we go, Zherka. If you're not responsible for anything in this world, the number one thing you're responsible of is what you think. That's the one thing that we have ultimate control over. So if you can't even have control over your own thoughts, give up and just be a degenerate, cut your wrists, be in LA with these like just suicidal
You really think a human can stop? You think a human can stop sinning?
Yes. And sinning is not what we were talking about. It was what you think. If you can't stop the thought loops that get to
you're gonna
cutting
stop sinning one day?
You should actively try to.
That's the liberal answer. You're not answering.
You should actively try to.
You're avoiding it. And you attack people you interview when they give you these answers. You think a human can stop sinning?
A human should stop sinning, yes.
Look at the liberal answer. You're not even answering it.
Okay. There's a different, but
this is why you need Christ. You need to be saved. You need to be saved.
No,
in Jesus' name, shut the fuck up.
You're yelling and not making any point.
I'll hit her up, and I was watching this trial in a hotel. I've been living in hotels for like 2 years straight now, and I invite her over, meet her for the first time, and we watch the trial together. And I say to her, "This is what I want. This toxic relationship."
What?
As a joke, but we joke about it for hours that it's real.
And now it's real.
And she said she's into it too. She's like, yeah, I guess it's trouble, but it's like kind of exciting. And I was like drinking and doing stupid shit. I kept saying to her, "You're gonna put me in jail, you fucking little e-girl whore. You're gonna put me in jail." We'd fucking throw stuff at each other. It was fucking disgusting. And I kept saying it for 1 year. "You're gonna put me in jail." Boom.
Think about how much time
check
and money you
this
wasted.
story out. Check this out. Boom. Twitch gone. I land at the airport. I don't want to be in this convention. I keep staring at this photo of Jesus. I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's real. I finished 100 books. I traveled. I barely worked this year. I just fucking read all these books. This guy's real. This is the real deal. This is the fucking first book is the real book. I don't want to be in this convention. I'll drink, not like just a little bit to argue, a lot. I don't know, just to cope. Party. First time I drank hard in a year. And I could hear the devil laughing when I called security because she fucking broke my lip, threw something at me. She tried to hit me here and whatever, hit me there. Security came. They're like, "You're a scary guy. We're not calling security to kick out this girl from your nice hotel. We're calling the police." So I kept saying for a year, "You're going to get me arrested for your dumb fucking lies." She got arrested. And, Christ saved me because literally I said, "Jesus, if you're here, they're never going to believe me with my reputation. They're going to think I'm beating the shit out of this girl crying. I see a fucking light, beam of light as I'm about to fucking cry." It was a big, fat nigga just with holding a flashlight like this. And this black man, I want to kiss his fat lips. He's like this. "You're coming with us?" And I said, "Dude. What? Where?" And I was like, "I hate Jesus, that fucking Jew." I got so angry. He said, "Wait. Bomboka! Your lip is bleeding." In the light in my face. I fucking go to push the light down and he kind of backs up. "She's abusing you, isn't she?" And I'm like, "Christ saved me. He heard me." And she starts freaking out. "Hey, babe, see me. Oh my God." And I'm like, oh. Right? But I didn't want to do that. I was like, "Oh, babe, this was an accident." The first time in my life I said, when you manifest, your thought loops are in the ether and the invisible world. It fucking crisscrosses through impulses of sin. Dude, it's real. Think about it. When you have dreams of getting raped or murdered, you want it to happen to you. It's self-aggression, it's depression, you hate yourself. I'm telling you, what you think about doesn't come true. It does come true from a different angle every single time. You keep thinking your girl's cheating. She's gonna cheat on me. She catches you cheating, and she was the perfect girl. That's exactly how the devil fucking fucks you up. That he mirrors your fucking thought. It's the weirdest thing, bro. It happens every fucking time. I'm gonna fail the provincial exam. I'm gonna fail the provincial exam. I'm gonna fail the provincial exam. I'm gonna fail the provincial exam.
It's not the devil.
You study it. You know the whole book. I'm ready for the provincial exam. It was yesterday. You came on the wrong day. The devil always fucks you up with the shit you think about. You have to have positive thoughts.
Well, there you go. That's why it's not the devil, because your reality is reflected almost identical to your thoughts. So if you're having positive thoughts and you're thinking, "I'm going to be
you make deals when you're suffering, you're literally making a deal with the devil, cutting your wrist psychically. So you're saying if you hate your
This
life,
is some LA streamer shit. Like,
no, it's not.
You
It's
got so
really
many. When you said,
Dude,
like, how many of us know
self-harm
YouTubers-
comes from the devil, bro.
Yeah, true.
God doesn't want you to. All God wants
Okay.
you to do is sweat from the brow. That's
Okay,
it.
I don't know what that has to do with manifestation, because if you think good things, then good things will happen to you. If you have a future in mind and you have goals and plans, and you constantly, if you make that,
No, if you think good things don't happen to you, you have to literally. If I showed you, my fucking family and friends, they're like, you're a genius. You know, when I was broke, I hired a Photoshop expert to Photoshop me in penthouses with a cigarette and a bathrobe. Year and a half before, it's identical to the one we booked by accident. I have a book of Photoshop of me doing things that I want to do.
So how are you?
Because you have to see it. If you don't see it, it'll never fucking happen.
So you're
If Ronaldo, when he kicks the ball, it went in the net before he kicked it. A knockout artist punches someone, he saw it go through the guy's fucking chin first. If you don't see it, it won't happen. That's why hiring Photoshop pros that surprise you. Don't walk them step by step because you'll spoil the surprise. Have them surprise you. So if SNEAKO wants like this girl, you can Photoshop yourself with a girlfriend doing certain things. And after months and months of thought loops where you're going for a walk or a jog and you keep thinking of you at the restaurant with this girl, eventually you start to go, oh, she's at this club. If I meet her here, and it start to actually become in the real world.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you haven't seen it,
with me.
No, because where the fuck's your Photoshop guy?
It's not about.
There's nowhere to be found because you don't know what you're doing.
Bro, you don't need to Photoshop it. Visualization is the same thing. Just because you put it in Photoshop doesn't mean that you didn't visualize it yourself.
Which one of us is better at this right now?
Better at what? What does that have to do with the Photoshop thing? What,
I'm just saying, get a Photoshop
do
guy.
you just want to argue with me to because we're on the same exact
No,
point?
because when I told you the future SNEAKO has to be Malcolm X, you need a Photoshop guy to Photoshop SNEAKO in a suit.
I'm going back
and then you start having thought loops of as you age. I can't wait to be 40-year-old SNEAKO.
Look, my point is you can visualize something without actually doing it on Photoshop. You said, hold up. You said that it was the devil working, that whenever you think about something too long, when you're like around LA streamers who are cutting their wrists and threatening to kill themselves, and you're doing this shit like,
no, I said psychically. Depression is cutting your wrist. Depression is self-aggression. That's what I said.
We know that. But when you're in LA and you're around these people, you're saying that it's just the devil. My point is that if you have thoughts about like, I want a toxic relationship, I want this Johnny Depp thing, that's not the devil at work. That's your fault for thinking negative things and creating a negative reality based on your thoughts. It's not that the devil did it. You did it. You're responsible for that, and you're responsible for what you ingest. What you think and what you see, your reality in your head becomes the reality of the universe.
Wrong.
What's wrong about that?
Every passion you have is the devil telling you that's a good deal. You should do it. Hey, you should date the OnlyFans whore. That's literally the devil. You really think you want to date an OnlyFans whore? She cheats on you, and the devil goes, oh, what? You lost your whole
That's not the devil.
You lost your whole red pill business?
That's your fault for being around LA people.
But which deal did you make? Your soul made a contract with who? Knowledge biting from the apple. The fucking devil. Remember, the soul comes to earth pure, innocent, like a baby. It's a primitive soul. A primitive soul is way more intelligent.
But we also have free will.
It's a primitive soul is always in a state of euphoria, Plato said.
But you have
a
free
primitive
will.
soul is what you want. The soul talks to the intellect. The
But you
intellect is evil.
You shouldn't blame all of that on the devil. It's your fault for believing in those things. It's your fault for not putting good things in your mind, for not being around good people.
No, it's the devil. You don't believe in those things. You believe in having a good wife. You go for a whore because the devil goes, think about it. You're going to have a fat ass at home.
It's your fault for allowing the devil into your life. If you're watching this and you're in LA and you're thinking, I want a toxic relationship, it's not the devil's fault that you started believing that. You need to take responsibility for what is around you.
Do you believe in original sin?
What do you mean by that?
Adam and Eve, are you some orthodox guy who like don't believe in this? Do you think Adam and Eve's sin is literally linked
It was
to
Eve's
us?
sin, actually. It was Eve's first sin.
You don't think it's yours, that you bit from it? You followed them?
Eve bit the apple.
So you put it on your grandmother and it's not you. You're not born in a fallen state, bro. You fucking got a cum stain right here. You jacked off today. Everyone's born in a fucking fallen state. What are you talking about?
You need to take responsibility for what you put in your mind and what your actions are in this world.
You don't think the devil's even real. What kind
Of course I think the devil's real. My point is, whose fault is it when you cut your wrists?
The devil's.
That's the devil's fault. So you bear no responsibility.
Do you want to harm yourself? Do you want to harm yourself?
To get to that, of course you don't want to.
Yeah, to get to that point, what's it require? Knowledge, thinking, thought loops.
And
where the fuck do you think these thought loops come from? The passion of the devil.
Here we go, Zherka. If you're not responsible for anything in this world, the number one thing you're responsible is what you think. That's the one thing that we have ultimate control over. So if you can't even have control over your own thoughts, give up and just be a degenerate, cut your wrists, be in LA with these like just suicidal
You really think a human can stop? You think a human can stop sinning?
Yes. Yes. And sinning is not what we were talking about. It was what you think. If you can't stop the thought loops that get
you're gonna stop sinning one day,
you should actively try to.
That's the liberal answer. You're not answering.
You should actively try to.
You're avoiding it. And you attack people you interview when they give you these answers. You think a human can stop sinning?
A human should stop sinning, yes.
Look at the liberal answer. You're not even answering it.
Okay. There's a difference. But
this is why you need Christ. You need to be saved. You need to be saved. In Jesus' name, shut the fuck up.
You're yelling and not making any point. It's your fault.
My point is, you're born in a fallen state. Christ is the only transaction.
What the fuck does that have to do? What the? Okay. How? Okay.
All right. It's either Christ or Hitler, bro.
What are you talking about?
All right, I'm kidding, but listen.
You are looking at this relationship and telling your girlfriend, "I want to do this." That's your fault. That's the point. It's your fault for saying something that retarded. It's not the devil's fault. It has nothing to do with Christ. You're stupid for looking at fucking Amber Heard and saying, "I want this." That's your fault.
So who do you pray to if it's your fault?
You pray to God. But you're responsible for praying to God.
What are you praying for?
You're praying for things to be good.
If I cheated on my wife, what's the conversation sound like with God?
Okay, but this is the problem.
No, answer it. Answer it, Muslim fuck. Okay. What is the conversation? I'll tell you what the conversation is.
The problem with your worldview.
Lord, lead me away from temptation. Temptation is the passion of the devil, the 7 deadly sins. Fuck out of here, you Muslim.
The problem with your worldview is that you think that you could just sin all the time and then repent every day instead of try to be better and try to not be a degenerate sinning who's going to be around this nonsense.
Have I been sinning more or less since I was a bouncer?
I don't know.
I was a fucking drug dealer punching fucking children.
Do you not sin every single day now and just say I'm going to repent and that I'm converting people to Christ?
I swear I got angel wings compared to the old me. Angel wings.
Okay, but you're still not even close to perfect. And you're not even actively trying to.
And guess what? Guess what? The only person who wants to be perfect is you're the devil, bro. I'll never be perfect. Christ is perfect. Christ is king in the chat. Let's go.
But instead of accepting that you're never going to be perfect, you should try to be better and you're not.
You don't have to. If you're a Christian, you just accept Christ. That's it.
That's the problem with Christianity. That's my problem with your view of Christianity. Not all of Christianity, but your view that you could just sin and then repent and everything's fine. That's not Islam at all. Islam is that you're supposed to do these things. You're supposed to pray 5 times a day. You're supposed to not put bad things into your body. You're supposed to be a good person because that's what God wants you to do. That's in my. Don't you see, chat? Why I resonate with Islam and not Christianity?
Oh, all right, let's say a man comes in this house. Hey, SNEAKO, Zherka, I'm a big fan. My family got hit in a car crash. They're all dead. I've been drinking all week. SNEAKO, you're telling me to stop drinking. Wow, you're so smart. You're a fucking faggot with these answers, bro.
What does that have to do with anything I just said? Of course, the better option.
Nothing. You're literally saying nothing, bro. All you have to do.
You want me to answer that?
The day that man, the man who lost his family, when he accepts Christ, he's on the right path. That instant, the Holy Spirit fucking lightning shoots into him. Your answers, go be Khabib, bro. Just quit being depressed. Why? Just stop being depressed. You're fucking retarded.
Is it better to cope with depression with alcohol or without alcohol? It's not retarded. That's a very simple answer.
How did you fix it?
How do you fix him? Without alcohol. Drugs is not the end. You shouldn't cope.
No.
It's better to face your problems without drugs than with drugs. What the fuck are you arguing?
SNEAKO, you're literally saying just stop being depressed because your family died, you idiot.
No, I'm not.
Your argument.
There's a just because you're not drinking doesn't mean that you need to be depressed. There's other ways to deal with depression. There's so many other ways to deal with it. Try to find better things in life. Continue to work hard. Be around your family. Pray.
That's your advice?
Better than drinking. Yes, that's good advice.
No. Whose advice was drinking? Nobody's.
You just said that it was.
What was my advice?
Well, yeah, I don't accept Christ.
That's it.
I said the same thing, but is it better to? Why are you bringing up drinking then?
You had 5 vague answers. 5.
What was vague? I said pray, work hard, be around your family, and continue to push forward. That's not vague. That's the only thing you can do, is continue to work and continue to be like have a good life. Not fucking say like, okay, if you accept Christ,
there's only one God.
What are you talking about?
There's only one God, the infinite Christ. Now check this out. That's the only savior. Every other religion's selling you garbage.
Okay, bro, what, like, you just talk about nothing and then say accept Christ. Fuck
a teenager.
Okay. And everybody who's saying Christ is king in the chat, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't understand that about Christians all the time. What is he the king of? King of what?
King, the eternal Lord of Lords. Hallelujah.
The Lord of what? He's the Lord, or is he God? Or is he a man, or is he's what was he the king of?
Lord of everything.
Are you drinking now?
Oh, this is alcohol?
Yeah.
Do you have water?
In the fridge.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, you're kind of waffling right now. We didn't even get into this, man. We stopped for like 5 seconds because Amber Heard went in. You have to go in this tangent. Truth chat. Johnny Depp is responsible for being in a toxic relationship for so long too. Yes, Amber Heard's lying and she's exaggerating all this stuff, but a part of Johnny Depp liked that toxic relationship. He liked having the drama. People get addicted to drama when they aren't focused and they're not.
Forgive me for this holy water. This is a big clip I'm forming.
You imagine if I spilled water in his face.
This is Johnny Depp's fault for the whole.
Johnny Depp's fault for staying in such a toxic relationship. The truth is, if he stayed with her for so long, he knew that she was a lying whore months before the trial. And if you listen to the audio recordings, the fact that he stayed in that relationship after all those fights too, it's also his fault that he stayed in there. You can't be around toxic people unless you enjoy it. And he did enjoy it for so long. Yes, she lied, but it's his fault for staying when he knew it was wrong. That's what I'm saying. You need to take responsibility for those things. Yes, she's a liar, but why are you with her?
A lot of times when we see these...
Did you get this from the sink or the fridge?
Fridge. I don't drink fucking fluoride. A lot of times when these guys like Johnny Depp, alcoholics and shit, when they're like always around this fucking dumb whore, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I feel like if he wasn't with this fucking whore, he'd kill himself. Why would you date something so toxic? He needs to fucking, he's fucking trying to cut his wrist with a blonde whore. You know, he's fucked up in the head. It's fucking Freemason fuck.
But that's not Hollywood shit. You're around all this stuff all the time. It's just... Yeah, but it's his responsibility for surrounding himself with that. You need to curate your own reality. You're responsible for your entire reality. Everything that you do, what you think, what you're around, your relationships, it's all your fault. And thinking anything otherwise is just a detriment. That's going to make you have a worse life. The best mindset to have is think that I'm responsible for everything that happens in my life.
That's the Andrew Tate faggot mindset.
Even if it's not true.
Are you going to tell a fucking lady who she's
I'm not going to tell lady.
Here's an old woman.
This is advice for men.
Hello, son. All right, here's a man. Hey, my whole family, my name is Tom. My whole family is dead in a car crash. It's my fault, right? You and Tate are faggots, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Your reality.
Christ is king.
How you deal with
bro?
it?
The devil's in the world. The devil's deception is here. They got no answer.
Okay. The best thing to do, instead of crying about it, what's the best solution? Is it to cry about it and be in a victim mindset all the time and saying, Christ is king, I'm going to drink. Yeah. Or saying, okay, look what's in front of me. I was dealt a shitty hand and now I'm responsible for my own happiness. I'm responsible to do the right thing. Of course, this might not be the best thing, but the only solution to this problem, the only solution to what happened to me is to continue to push forward and not be sad and not be a victim for what happened. Am I going to cry about it or am I going to continue to push forward? The only solution is continue to push forward. What are you talking about?
The greatest psyop in history is giving us the word courage, because courage actually comes...
I didn't say that.
No, I know you didn't, but I'm saying courage actually comes from the word faith. That's how you're courageous. Faith in Christ. There's only that step. Matter of fact, if you're an alcoholic and you have Christ, you're on your way, bro. You're not going to be an alcoholic for that long. Go cope, you little bitch.
Do Christians in the chat believe in this stuff?
Absolutely. You know how many Christians saved? How many humans have been saved by Christ? Okay. Nobody gets saved by any other religion.
Every time we start to talk about this, you say this stuff, but you're pivoting away. You're saying as long as you accept Christ and you're an alcoholic, it's good.
I'm saying you're on the right path.
Sure. I don't know if you Christians agree with that for the most part. Muslims will criticize you like, actually, no, you should go on a better path. You should not do that.
Yeah, alcoholic Muslims. Do they exist?
Of course they do, but they have shame for what they do. They hide it, or they admit. I've met many Muslims who drink and they admit, yeah, I need to be better.
I think a lot of Muslims do say that alcoholism is the devil too, though. They don't agree with you and Tate. Well, they're with me.
What?
A lot of Muslims will say their alcoholic problem is the devil. A lot of them would say that.
And they have to do better. They're not going to say, I'm on the right path. They'll be like, actually, inshallah, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
Inshallah,
I don't know why you're adding this part that you don't have to do better.
Because you're saying it, as long as you accept Christ, it's fine. Christ is like every time you say Christians are doing degenerate, Christ is king. What about everything else you need to fix in your life? Muslims have to take responsibility for that.
Hey,
I'm not saying that your mindset
It fixes itself.
I don't think
it fixes itself.
I don't think your mindset.
All right, let's go. Alcoholics Anonymous. Their first step isn't you have to stop drinking. Their first step is you need to believe in a higher power. Have you tried going to the church? Alcoholics Anonymous, zillions of dollars they make, right? Trying to help people, and they call you and Andrew Tate faggots for your dumb advice. They literally go with the fucking biblical advice.
Sure. Dean for Truth says, "Nice you're back, brother. Stay still against the hate of Zherka." Am I lying? Thank you for the 50. Yeah, it's tough to, bro. You're because like half the time he's just trolling and be like, "I'm just getting content, bro. I'm farming."
No, I'm not. I've never
nonsense.
said that. I mean that shit. Christ is king.
Okay. Oh, we get it, bro. Reckley, thank you for the 100. SNEAKO, Sakma say, glad you back. I'm late. Rumble ain't sent me no notification, and Christ is king, faggot. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay.
Go.
All right. Well, you're Haitian, so you believe in voodoo Christianity. Blaming things on the devil is cope. They can't accept it created an opening for the devil to exploit. Exactly. If I'm responsible, then I have to be able to know what weaknesses the devil exploited.
He's right, because you can't sell your soul if it's not for sale, right? It is you. But again, a lot of things are gonna happen to these Zoomers. You're fucking young, bro. The world's gonna throw you some curveballs,
and you have to take responsibility for it.
No, you don't. No, I'm a war refugee, and I'm telling you, bro, I take zero responsibility for my family getting murdered. Zero. I'm not Andrew Tate. Okay. Well, maybe if I wasn't 6 years old. Bro, okay. Maybe if I was trunked in a time machine.
Simple question first, because we got 10. SNEAKO just cooked Zherka. Now he's coping like he does when he does degen shit every day in LA. Is it better to cope with alcohol or doing the right? Is it better to cope with alcohol or work?
Neither. I don't do either. The fuck is the point of work if you're gonna kill yourself?
Okay, you're handed a bad hand. I don't know. I don't need to give you an example. You're handed a bad hand in life. Is it better to start drinking or to work?
Yeah, the guy who goes to work.
There you go.
No, hold on. No. I said that's wrong. Look at people who kill themselves. It's at the workplace. They'll fucking jump off the building. Even if they're not alcoholics, they're at work doing your advice. The guys who don't commit suicide literally accept Christ.
Work does not just have to be going to the office. Work is everything to be better. Work is going to the gym. Work is seeing your family. Work is having the right conversations. Work is praying. Work is doing everything that's the best for the situation.
You wait till you're
don't just think of work as
in the
working in
deepest.
office.
Wait till. Let me tell you something. Most prayers are null and void and useless. But when you're on your knees and about to kill yourself, you got good Wi-Fi with God. I'm telling you, when you're at your lowest points of despair, you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, Andrew Tate's pull yourself up by the bootstraps and work harder. I'm at the gym, but I can't feel weights because I'm in the deepest levels of despair. And my wife, I'm Hunter, and my wife's getting fucked by 5 black guys." I'm telling you, bro, this is fucking Republican neocon faggot advice. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. What the fuck? Where's the spirit?
It's not pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's the philosophy that nothing will be able to affect you because the best thing that you could do for yourself is not be affected emotionally by anything that life throws at you.
You're saying work sets you free.
It's not.
Say it, Hitler. Say it.
That's nothing to do with it. Is he not the perfect example? Andrew and Tristan went to jail for 3 months and house arrest for 3 months for crimes they didn't commit, without any evidence, and they came out and they looked bigger. They seemed like they worked out every day. They were not phased whatsoever.
What? They look rattled as fuck. Okay. I've never seen Andrew so rattled in his life.
Sure. He did 3 months of jail and was just focused. Immediately just said, I was just doing push-ups the whole time. Wasn't phased after 3 months of jail. That's a testament to that mindset that you cannot let external problems that you are not able to control affect you. The only thing that you should let affect you is what you are responsible for. Anything else external, it is what it is. I'm responsible for my thoughts and my actions. That's what I should do going forward. It's not pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's I'm responsible for what happens to me. Things that are out of my control, I cannot let them affect me emotionally.
Andrew,
if you're doing your cut your wrist LA shit, I'm killing myself.
Andrew, listen to me, Andrew. I'm the deepest pit. Just accepted Christ. And everything.
Bro, you have to
everything just worked out. Everything works out. Literally everything works out. There's no other answer. What about Alcoholics Anonymous? They literally say your answer is you have to turn to God.
Okay, I don't. Just stop drinking. just stop drinking.
Just stop doing heroin. Is it just stop doing heroin?
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna?
Just stop doing heroin. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You think that's a better strategy than saying, "Motherfucker, go do your heroin, but read Genesis as you do it"?
No, that's
you think they're fucking? You think anyone's? Be honest. Has anyone ever stopped doing heroin? Because just stop it.
Most people are weak-minded. Most people don't practice that mindset.
So you're admitting that's horrible advice?
I'm admitting that most people will give up before because they offer us so many coping mechanisms. They offer us so many drugs and like, it's okay. And you need to, instead of saying like, you are responsible for what you do and what you put into your body, get better or else you're going to be a failure. If more people operated like that,
didn't work for me, right? I was doing coke and Molly and all this stupid shit partying. And then I said, yeah, I think I'm headed to like the fucking guillotine. I think I'm one day going to fucking become that depressed. You know what? I'm high on all these drugs. Let's try that Bible. Literally quit. Switched to Adderall for 2 years. Finish Adderall, back on blow. Let's fucking go.
What was the point?
The point is,
what was the
literally,
point?
what if I just followed your advice? Hey, just stop partying with whores and shit. Bro, I literally switched all the fucking drugs with whores to one book that changed my life. And my life's fucking insane. I'm fucking rich.
But you're still doing the degenerate stuff. Like
like fucking a teenager, one girl. I'm fucking one girl, bro. I got 3 girls to suck my dick, but I didn't come. I said, girls, get off. Let me be with my girlfriend.
Okay. For example, I mean, obviously you can't compare it to heroin, but I was smoking weed for 9 years straight, every single day. I thought I was addicted for a long time.
Just quit.
I did.
Oh, you just quit?
I just did. It wasn't like 100% on
You know
everything.
what the comment section is gonna say
on
for this,
everything.
Bro?
Chat remembers. I was on stream like back when I was.
Who agrees you can just quit?
I did. That's exactly
what my
I did.
dad says.
I did. Well,
You should be a therapist. Any problem they come at you with, I can't stop biting my nails. Just quit. I can't stop cheating on my wife. Just stop.
That is the best advice. Because I thought I was addicted for the longest time, and I'd be like, oh, later, well, I need it for this and this. And then I saw this advice, like, actually, you're responsible for what you do. I'm like, well, this is wasting my time. I'm being a degenerate. It's making me slower. I'm
fat. And I know.
Stop eating fast food.
Yeah, but like exercise. Should I start running? Just start?
Yes.
Never starts running. My turn.
Because
my turn. Go, be the fat guy and come to me. Go, I was a trainer. Be the fat guy, come to me. Be the fat guy and ask me. Say, I'm fat. Go.
What?
Pretend you're a fat guy and I'm the coach. You failed as a coach. My turn. Go.
How did I fail as a coach? What are you talking about?
Because you said just stop eating and start running.
Okay, so why do you think I was able to quit?
No. Let me make it easy for you.
Before I get to that point, why do you think that I was able to quit weed overnight after being addicted for years? Smoking every single day.
I'll answer it. I will answer
What's
that.
The answer?
I'll answer it as soon as we do that gimmick, because that gimmick's going to explain
Okay,
everything.
I'm fat. What should I do?
Yeah, don't start running. Let's start with a walk every day. We're going to build momentum, build your confidence. You're going to feel better. Then we're going to start jogging.
Yeah, those people fail. Those people fail.
What are you talking about? You can't cold turkey.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
You think studies
100%.
show that?
You know why the gym is packed?
Wow.
Hold on. You know why the gym?
You think the 90 the obese show they do?
Yes.
They start sprinting. The obese people just like.
They should.
How can an obese person sprint?
Okay.
What?
Why do all the fat people who go to the gym, who go to Planet Fitness January 1st, leave after 2 weeks? Because they believe in that garbage. Start slow. I'm going to have some fast food. You need to wean off of it. You know what they should do? Quit immediately. Start sprinting every day. Train themselves to be humiliated by their fatness and get over it now by working hard and going to the gym every day and eat right. That is the best thing to do.
There is no science with what you and Andrew Tate talk about. When you're a fitness trainer, this is what you say. I'm Zherka. I'm putting obese SNEAKO on a diet. Now remember, if SNEAKO diet's hard for 2 months, there is psychological trauma happening as you diet. That's why they yo-yo and eat Cheetos for another 2 months. And they rebound. They rebound because there's a psychological trauma. No, because willpower is finite. Even in war, willpower is finite. If you have this much willpower a day, you want to strategically use it. Never fucking just go balls to the wall. Have a strategy. That's why if you want to stream, you start 30 minutes a day, 1 hour.
30 minutes? That's not how I started from
Bro, you think you could just start your 24-hour stream and be good?
I was doing
fucking clown
I was
shit.
doing YouTube, and then I started streaming I just said, okay, I'm gonna stream every day. And I did.
There's no science to what you're saying. You and Andrew Tate never quote science, books, nothing.
Okay, well, I'm the case study for that. I quit overnight, and I started streaming every single day overnight. I went from 0 to 100, just did it. Because the only thing holding me back was my own thoughts and beliefs about trauma and bullshit. And I'm gonna slowly do it. If you work that way, other people are gonna lap you.
Let's look at
a competition.
Let's look at building muscle, right? We know scientifically, you and Andrew Tate can't explain this. Progressive overload, volume over time means you've made the strength adaptations at small increments that built the muscle. Can I start with 40 sets my first workout? Can I have a little big volume program? Since more volume means more muscle. Can I do that? Be honest right now, because you're drowning fast.
It's not about...
Just answer it.
I'm not trying
You
to-
lost. You and Agitate are fucking retards.
Okay.
Horrible.
Okay, you're the one who does drugs every day.
And I read.
So maybe you can't do 40 immediately, but it's the mentality of...
Just do it. Why not? Just do it.
Let me explain.
That's it. Hey, I watched SNEAKO and Agitate. Just do it. Just do 40 sets, bro.
Here's why you're wrong.
Just do bench press 40 times.
Okay. Here's why you're wrong. Because it's not about the body, it's about the mindset. If the first day you go into the gym, and even though you can't do 40, if you go in there and you exhaust yourself to the point where you're throwing up, that's the energy you need to exert, because it's a mindset shift, not a muscle shift. And if you get into that mindset where I'm going to go and exhaust myself every single day, eventually you'll get better progressive overload wise. But the mindset shift is the biggest change that you can make, and the number one thing you're responsible for. You're not responsible for how your muscles can react to the gym immediately, but you are responsible for how hard you go in the gym. That's the number one thing.
Not one of
And it's not a scientific shift, it's a mentality shift. I believe that I could do this, and I have to do this because that's the best thing for my life.
Bro, not one of my clients ever got shredded going hard in the beginning. Not one. Literally had to make them fall in love with getting active before anything. Literally, even the fit guys, they were just lazy. And they didn't have the willpower or discipline. So I kind of had to build it throughout the week. And I would monitor what...
Because most people are weak-minded. Like, it's really that simple.
It has nothing to do with weak-minded. When you track everything you eat a day, you can see the days you felt the best. Oh, look at that. I have an insulin problem. I don't respond well to carbs. I work out better when I have steak. I feel better. It's just science. If you write down what you ate when you're going viral every day, I know exactly what to do to kill it on Fresh and Fit. I know exactly what to eat, how many hours to sleep, how much cardio to do before the show and fatigue myself, how much caffeine. I literally have a science to my comedy. You have no plan. Agitate has no plan. And dude, success is literally just marking down what you're doing every day and seeing which days you're winning. That's all it is. I'm telling you, bro, you're not that curious. You got to zoom your mind. You don't go that deep in your thinking. Just quit. Really?
It's that simple.
It's by the end of 2023,
really that simple.
By the end of 2023, let's compare revenue, and I'll show you how my strategy does.
Sure.
We'll see it.
Swansea, thanks for the 5. Is Zherka saying he can't just stop doing something? Is he emotionally weak? Can he not control his voluntary hand movements? Addiction is a psyop created by Zionists to push down the family unit. I 100% agree. That's
the dumbest shit I've ever heard
the
in my
number
life.
one thing. The only thing you have control of is your thoughts and your beliefs and what you do. So if you are not able to control what you do, then just let everybody else surpass you.
Really?
Be a loser.
Okay.
Fuck it. Like then just do drugs all the time.
Can you have control of your thoughts?
Yes.
Without deleting an app?
What?
Let's say I have Instagram and it's just porn feed.
Yeah.
Right? Can I look at that feed every day and just come out and non-degenerate?
So don't look at Instagram.
No, I'm saying with the app, according to you.
Yeah, that's psyoping you.
No, but according to you, you can scroll it and say, nope, my mind is strong.
That's what you should do, yeah. I don't
So
watch
you
porn.
can you scroll every day on Instagram for an hour, look at asses, and actually be pure as Nick? Can you do that?
You know how I shifted that? I look at these girls now, and I used to be addicted to porn. At least I thought I was. I was jerking off every day watching porn. Now when I scroll on Instagram and I see girls shaking ass, I'm just thinking about what led her to that point? Like how this is programming me. What the OF manager who's making money off this, who's forcing her to do this. This girl, what she's messaging to, and all the dudes who are jerking off to it. I look at the comment section of guys sipping and look how pathetic they look.
Okay,
it doesn't.
You're missing the point.
What's the point?
The most amount of emails I get from Christians, they always say, and Muslims, everyone, when they're turning to Christ, they go, porn's the biggest, hardest one. They don't say drugs, they don't say this, and I say, hey, don't quit porn. Keep fapping watching it. Quit Instagram, because that's the bridge to porn in the morning. That's what's getting you hard in the morning when you're scrolling. They say it's the most effective strategy that they don't watch porn by 6 p.m. When you say fucking cold turkey everything, they don't even want to delete the app. In your world, you think, I control my thoughts. No, CNN, Fox News, Instagram, porn, this, social media, they are penetrating the ether, the mental plane of your thoughts. It's in Masonic literature. You need to actually have a strategy to taper off everything, right? So I got rid of my Instagram and I coped because I was on Twitch talking to e-girls. It's kind of the same thing. No porn. Oh, but if I wanted porn, I'd have to get her phone number so she sends me nudes. So I had to work for it. And then I said, ooh, I'm working for it. Why don't I write a book on how to pick up these girls? Because I need to fuck her. I need to see her porn, her OnlyFans. So I wrote it down, made a whole business out of it, projected to make $2 million this year, gained everything from quitting porn. But again, imagine if I had nothing to gain. My willpower would be like, the fuck? I'm broke. I'm just gonna watch porn. There's nothing, there's no strategy. Dude, I'm telling you, when it comes to sin, you taper them off like little shells of, like little fucking leeches. When you say, all leeches get off me, you're actually saying, I'm God. You're not perfect.
No, you're saying that God created you to be the best you could possibly be. And I think about like how humiliated God would be if he created a beautiful human and this guy can't even stop jerking off. This guy's not going to the gym. This guy's putting garbage into his body. He's smoking every day and making, like, saying I'm going to taper off.
But remember,
he gave you a body so that you could do the best thing you could possibly do with it. Like now, the reason, the way I don't jerk off, I imagine God like, look at my pathetic creation and what he's chosen to do.
But why
with
would
this
you
body
and
that I gave him?
Why would you and Andrew Tate point to, was it 4% of the market? 4% of the audience can cold turkey. Why would you talk to cold turkey gangsters? I can cold turkey. I cold turkey many things. Why?
You can't cold turkey.
I cold turkeyed cigarettes for 2 years when I was doing 24-hour streams, and my chat's like, how the fuck do you do that? Literally, it's the fucking easiest thing in my life, and I won the fucking bet on the money. Fucking easiest thing in my life, and I was doing 23-hour streams, so they're like, dude, you haven't moved. You haven't moved. Like, the most I could have smoked was 1 cigarette for a fucking piss break, right? If I was cheating. Literally, willpower is finite. Stop telling Zoomers that they can cold turkey. These guys are getting pegged in the ass. They literally, the TV told them their girlfriend can peg them.
Well, I did it.
But why?
I cold turkey. So, and I believe.
You know what you're doing? You're
I thought
flexing.
like you before.
He's doing Zoomer flex. You're literally doing Andrew Tate. I can do it. I'm the king. I'm the king. I'm the king.
I don't think I'm trying to be the best every single day. Every single, all my time is spent on trying to be the best I could possibly be.
All right. Zherka, not really a wrestler. I got knockout power. Why would I flex knockout power if I'm giving advice how to win a street fight when I know they don't have knockout power? They're 5'8". Am I really going to say, just hit him with the right like I do? Fuck no. I'm going to cater the advice to the fucking chumps.
You know why you can't do that? Because you're 6'5" and you're bigger than most of the people that are going to sign up for it. And
that's what you're doing. You're like, I'm 6'5", cold turkey nigga.
Nope. Do you know? Because that has nothing to do. The willpower to quit weed and the willpower to work hard every single day has nothing to do with physical gifts. Has nothing to do with IQ. Has nothing to do with anything else besides my choice and my decision. That's something that everybody is capable of doing. Physical strength is, and you keep equating that to the gym and stuff like that. The decision to stop doing it every single day, to do the right thing, and where to put your hand on the cigarette and when to not pick it up on the cocaine, that's a decision you make. And if you are not capable of making decisions, then you are going to lose, and it has nothing to do besides your own willpower.
No, it's better to identify like an onion. Why? For example, one of my best friends, he never watched porn, couldn't stop jerking off when his father passed. He had a sexuality thing. He had no one around him.
He could have. He could have.
He could have just snapped when his father died?
100% he could have.
Literally?
You know what it takes? Take your hand off your dick. That's what it takes. That's as simple as that.
So why don't you sell that? As a therapist, why don't you sell that faggot advice?
I don't believe in therapy. Why would you?
No. So you have the antidote. Why don't you package that into a book? Your book would be 1 page.
I say this shit on stream all the. This is
so
all.
Why don't you
about.
sell this miracle book? 1 page. It says just stop. Because it's fucking retarded Andrew Tate advice.
Actually, you know what? That's the number
You're
one.
So stupid.
Do you know the number one athletic company? What their motto is, and it sums up all motivational advice. Just do it. Shia LaBeouf, Nike, just do it. Because all advice can be boiled down to those 3 words. It really is that simple. Anything that we could tell you, you know what you're supposed to do, you just have to do it.
What company was that? Was it Nike?
Yeah, Nike. Yeah.
Well, what's their logo?
Is that trans now, yeah.
No, what's their logo? It's Saturn, Saturnian,
Freemason
hexagram, cube, Jewish cube, Saturn's ring. Just saying. And by the way, you Muslims go around the Kaaba, and make the halo around the ring. Saturn's.
Okay. Okay. Dean, for 2, thanks for the 50. Teachers in Canada are threatening consequences to students who don't accept pronouns programming. It's a waste of time and energy fighting with each other than banding together. Just saying. Well,
exactly. Look at this. Hey, imagine
you're fucking retarded. You're a faggot Muslim. That's what you say. I don't.
Hey, imagine saying to someone, "Just stop being gay." This is what you do.
Yeah. No. That's the best advice.
No. It's
stop putting dicks in men's asses.
No, if you really want, if you're getting paid for, paid for advice, you'd say, "Why are you gay?" They'd literally tell you something happened to them as a kid.
I'm not getting paid for advice.
No, yes, you got a live chat. You and Andrew Tate give some fucking gay ass advice.
It's not. Why are you viewing this as therapy when this is entertainment and this is conversation? This is not therapy, and it shouldn't be.
Because when you're right wing, I consider you right wing and an ally, and you give the chatters pull yourself up by your bootstrap. You're giving more to Destiny. They go to Destiny because they say, "Man, these guys are really like SNEAKO and Zherka can cold turkey, but I can't." They're not giving me the real shit.
And they're gonna feel bad. Like, okay, if you want to be gay, then fuck it. Like,
No, yeah, if you're gay,
then get out.
If you're
like,
if
leave
you're,
the stream if you can't. If you don't have willpower, get out of here, bro.
If you're gay, forget quitting being gay. Find out why. When did it happen? What happened with your father, your uncle, something? Go unpack it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
When you have the why, stopping becomes a lot more realistic. And Freud, Carl Jung, a lot of them talked about that.
Yeah, that's true. Lone Star, thanks for the 10. SNEAKO, you think you have willpower? You can't even hold your sperm. That's why you're Muslim, so you can have multiple wives. Cope as fuck. You have no control. You're the one who fell for the Satan psyop. Okay, because that's not the reason I converted to Islam. It's because it's the only religion that makes sense. And 100%. Look, if I had no willpower to control my sperm, then I wouldn't be like feeling shame for not waiting until marriage. Ideally, that's the best situation, is to wait until marriage and not even have premarital sex. Faggot Son says, Zherka, do you think the Japs acknowledge the primitive soul by making most shonen pro tags dumb and innocent?
Well, let's be honest. In Japanese culture, the samurai was very masculine. It's a psyop ever since World War II, because Japan is an American colony, whether you, Dawson wants to admit it or not. All that technology and all that .com boom that happened in Japan, the psyop is actually an American psyop. Like, Kirito, oh, he's very soft. Dude, they were very masculine in old Japanese lore. This is a big attack on masculinity. And you got to remember, a lot of these attacks are, like, SNEAKO's crowd will say, it's an attack on the straight white male. No, it's not. Who is the straight white male? Really think about it. It's a Christian. It's always attack on the cross. Always. Even if they don't practice the Bible, they grew up in that environment, their psyche is Christian.
Recognize, thanks for that. It's a mental decision. I quit weed, and it's a mental decision every day to choose not to do it again. Yep.
Especially why did it take you 9 years to quit? Why don't you just stop? Just stop.
Because it was the mindset shift. I realized.
So you have a horrible strategy. You waited 9 years. You wasted 9 years of your life.
I didn't even want to quit for a lot of those years. I believed that it was like doing good for me. No, I really did. I'm like, this helps me work more, helps me be creative.
So how many years did you want to quit? Is it 2 months? Stop.
No, I didn't even want to quit for most of it.
Oh, there it is.
No, I didn't.
This is the fakest shit ever.
I'm being completely honest. I talked about it all the time. You can actually see it. Because I said, like, I needed to get into a certain mind state. It's helping me with this. I am ADHD. Like, oh, I'm like, it's helping me with that. I don't actually want to quit because I'm used to it.
People like this. Every party I'd go to, I'd smoke weed. Bro, we're being faggots. We're smoking weed. They do a line. Bro, we're being fucking LA whores.
Nah,
we're doing a line. We do Molly, bro. We're being degenerates. And they'd be like, Zherka, why are you a downer when you party with us? I'm like, hey, if we're going to sin, we're going to acknowledge it's a sin. And I wasn't religious or anything, but I wanted everyone to know, hey, we're fucking up. People like this are going, no, I'm actually having fun. This is a fucking horrible mindset, bro.
All the prophets are Muslim, Jesus and Moses. If you don't believe me, look at the first commandment. Coke back to Islam, Zherka. I agree. Jesus did.
Look at your life and look at mine. How about that?
Yeah, you can't even control your urges. Jesus prayed like a Muslim. He probably was. And he prayed to God, which is what Muslims do. We don't pray to men.
That's it.
Your job?